Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan with your hosts, Adrian and Mac.
Welcome to the Kentucky Game Plan, everyone. I'm Adrian Smith.
And I am Sweet 16 Mac Black.
Yeah, Sweet 16 it is.
It's been a crazy tournament so far.
It has. Lots of buzzer beaters, as expected.
Entertaining.
Very entertaining. That's why we watch the tourney.
It's that time of the year where they have some wings laying around, some jalapeno poppers, some fish snaps or fish bites.
Some pizza.
Pizza,
beer.
some beer. Yeah, you gotta have some beer. A little bottle of water.
Yeah. Making an event, because that's what every game seems to be.
Exactly.
An event.
And what an event it was in the Battle of Boise, Idaho. A lot of great games there.
Yes, there was.
So I think the one that stood out the most was Virginia falling.
Virginia, yes, the number one overall seed in the country, falling
to University of Maryland, Baltimore County. I never even heard of that team.
I don't think the world heard of that team until
they know who they are now.
The win, the 20-point win at that,
right,
was not a buzzer beater. 20-point win. But
I think I'd rather have a buzzer beater than get beat by 20 points.
Yeah, it was a demolish.
It was. I mean, those guys were hitting 3-pointers, layups, they were doing anything they wanted to do against the number one team, number one seed.
I think the number one team just decided just to actually just put on the uniform and walk on the floor, and that was pretty much it.
What, just give up, not play basketball?
That was pretty much it. They thought they were just going to win it all by doing that.
That was something. And then Arizona falling.
Buffalo, who would have thought, right?
But guess what? The Buffalo was stopped. Well, the Bulls, should I call them, were stopped dead in their tracks yesterday by the Wildcats.
Yeah.
What a game.
It was a game.
This is the team. This is the Kentucky team. I'm going to say Final Four Kentucky team.
Well, this is the team that everyone expected to see
all season long.
8-9 games ago.
Right.
Overall, like, this is the team that was very young. I think it's the youngest team in the country. Expected to be who they are now.
Right.
8 or 9 games ago.
Well, speaking of the whole young thing, Nate Oates, coach of Buffalo, had his little comments of Cal, he's a whiny person. I got too many freshmen, this, and this.
True.
And then, a couple of guards shot off saying Kentucky's bigs are lazy. They don't do much. We can defend them. It was just, a lot of emotion there. A lot of fuel added to the fire. And guess what? You've seen the outcome of that. So, but no hard feelings there between the coaches.
No.
He apologized, and he did recognize that Kentucky's talents, and nobody could stop Mr. Alexander yesterday.
No, not at all.
He finished with 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Dude was all over the place.
He was. This guy's the motor of that team.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Everybody, looks at Knox. Clearly he's, All-American, first-round draft pick. I'm not saying that by any means. But Alexander, when he's going, the team's going. And obviously it showed with the 95-75 win over Buffalo yesterday.
Right. Kentucky's defense looked a little spotty in the first half.
Yeah.
But totally different in the second half. And they continue to play good defense because their offense is there. Keep continuing to play good defense. Keep the ball movement going, communication. Obviously the confidence is back in a lot of players, especially Gabriel, who hit a couple more threes yesterday.
Well, I think the confidence is there for the fact that, like you said, a lot of the other players for Buffalo had said stuff, through the media and through Twitter and all that stuff, fueling the fire, saying, these guys are lazy. They look lazy on tape. They don't really show much. Well,
totally different story yesterday.
Well, it was a totally different story, but I think it's kind of what it took,
yeah.
For them to kind of wake up.
Put a little fire on them.
Yeah, put a little fire. Coach can only do so much,
exactly.
Especially when you're yelling in practices and in the games. After a while, you kind of tune that out. You kind of tune that voice out, and so when these other guys brought it to the forefront.
And Kentucky looked focused.
They look.
And that's another thing. Block out all the distractions. Focus on one team at a time.
Right.
Then you win, put that behind you, move on to the next, and put it on them.
And don't poke the bear.
Do not poke the bear. You see what happens when you poke the bear. Another big attribute to the game, I think, as far as their victory, was their guard play.
Yes.
Kentucky's guard play was excellent.
Well, it was excellent. I mean, they moved the ball, like you said, very, very efficiently. They shot very efficiently through the game.
Buffalo didn't get a lot of stops either.
Buffalo didn't get a lot of stops. Buffalo shot a lot of threes that were so unnecessary.
Right.
Trying to not only stay in the game, but try to take the lead where they should have just played their game.
They got within, what, 4 or 6?
6, yeah.
And Kentucky just pulled away from them.
But, that's the thing. When you get caught up in the tournament, you get caught up in the March Madness, you kind of lose focus of the stuff that got you there.
Exactly.
So.
And, I mean, they got a little taste of their own medicine. Their guard play is what took Arizona out.
Right.
You think about it.
And, like you said, the guard play of UK showed up. They did their job.
And they just wore Buffalo out.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep up with them up and down the floor. I mean, they were running, but I think by the second half, when it started, they just looked winded. And
they did.
There you go, just jacking up threes here and there just to, like you said, stay in the game or take the lead. And that never works.
No, it never works.
Never works. But Gabriel finished 16 points, 12 rebounds.
Yep.
Diallo, 22 points, and that crazy windmill dunk off that steal.
8 rebounds for him, too.
Right, all over Sports Center. Great to see. But moving on, Kentucky will face the winner on Thursday of University of Maryland, Baltimore County, the team we've never heard of.
UMBC. Yeah.
Versus Kansas State. So whoever wins between those guys Thursday in Catlanta, as they call it.
Right.
That's who the Wildcats will play. So it'll be a very interesting game there as well.
As you mentioned, the defense of Kentucky, real quick, Buffalo shot 38% from the field and 22% from three-point line.
Yeah, so
not going to win if you're shooting that low. UK shot 56% from the field and 46% from three-point land. So moving on, the other local in another tourney. It's called the NIT. UVL, 21-13. They defeated Northern Kentucky in OT.
Yeah,
66-58.
Close game.
It was. Adele finished with 20 points. Spalding off the bench this time. 7 points, 13 rebounds. He needs to be in the starting rotation, if you want my honest opinion.
Oh, yeah.
McMahon, 10 points. As far as Northern Kentucky, McDonald, 19 points, 13 rebounds, and Holland with 15 points. Northern Kentucky, 22-10 coming into this. U of L, 21-13.
Yes.
Overall.
Middle Tennessee's next for them.
Middle Tennessee.
And the big question is this going to be the last time these guys play together? Are they going to move on to, that next round, or is this it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, the NIT seems like as it progresses, the teams get better that are in it. It's a great question. I think it's really going to focus on Padgett's coaching from here on out. Dale's going to do his thing and Spalding's going to do his, but Middle Tennessee State, don't sleep on them.
No, don't.
They don't sleep on them at all. They beat Western. They beat some really, really good teams. So I think this is going to be even another dogfight for U of L to get through. Like you said, they play Sunday at 6:30 on ESPN2.
Well, they have to keep in mind each time they step on that floor, that gives them a chance to represent who they are. Mm-hmm. Even though it is NIT, it's still a tournament.
Right.
And
their season's still going.
Right. Well, so they had the chance to opt out the NIT, but they decided to play, which was good.
Yeah, I think it's good for the morale of the team.
And for the fans as well.
Padgett's coaching to get more coaching under his belt. The question is he going to get that contract extension when this is over? That's a great question.
Tough question. We've heard all the rumors, so
yeah,
who could be coming in? Shaka Smart.
Shaka Smart, yep. Obviously, with the Texas situation, he is now out of the tournament, coming from VCU. A lot of things have been circulating around the Texas basketball program for a couple of years now. They say it's kind of a jinxed program, right, with the situation of all the great players that have come through there that have not done really anything. Rick Barnes there for 16 years and one Final Four appearance, with TJ Ford. You have the Kevin Durant team, which was loaded. You had
stacked
4 dudes off that roster go to the NBA, and you lose in the first round to USC. which had Taj Gibson and O.J. Mayo, which both have been great in the NBA. But they say it's kind of like a jinx program, and Ncaa, I think, can only do so much. He can only coach what he's got. But that being said, is it time for him to kind of move on to
I think so.
Look at a situation where there's not a lot of pressure from the boosters, which that's what Texas is, and kind of revamp himself? Ncaa has been, like I said, linked to the U of L job. Padgett's been linked to the U of L job. W. Smith has been linked to the U of L job. So we'll see who gets the job, I guess, once this tournament is over.
Tell.
The other local, the streak, has ended.
Bellarmine Knights.
Bellarmine Knights, man. Man, what a game. Bellarmine Knights, 73. Findlay, 74. Man, 1 point loss within seconds, by the way, of this game. Bellarmine 29-3 on the season. Great season. Obviously, Davenport got Coach of the Year.
Right. Deserved it.
I want to say Bach got Defensive Player of the Year in the conference. He deserves it. Bach actually finished with 26 points. Cook with 16 points and Coles with 11. Man, the Knights seniors. Here you go. The Knights seniors, which was there was 4 of them, finished with 115 wins over their 4 years and 59-1 at home.
That's awesome.
That is a
heck of an accomplishment.
Heck of an accomplishment, yeah. But their season is over. Bellarmine Knights, 1 point loss, like I said. So
definitely a heartbreaker, but they had a great season. Those kids fought.
Oh yeah, this squad was great. Cook, Bach, Coles, and Eberhardt. I mean, those guys were just pure talent.
Right.
But season's over for them.
We'll see them. Stuff to say.
Yeah, nothing great stuff to say. We'll see what happens next season.
Right.
So
we also got Oregon and Marquette at 4:30 today. North Carolina, Texas A&M at 5:15. Of course, Louisville 6:30.
Right.
And then a couple of score updates from yesterday. Duke knocked out Rhode Island 87-62. Ohio State Gonzaga game was crazy. Crazy. Looked like OSU was going to come back and, take that lead, but Gonzaga pulled away 90-84. Texas Tech and Florida, 3-point loss.
Yeah.
Florida's out. Villanova, Alabama 81-58. Not surprised by that,
No, it's Villanova.
Michigan and Houston. Wow.
Yeah.
1 point game, 64-63. Michigan moves on.
I saw that buzzer beater, yeah.
Houston had a great season, too.
They did. That point guard there, that dude is NBA.
Fun to watch.
He is NBA ready right now.
Tennessee falls to Loyola Chicago 63-62.
Who would have thought this team?
Right.
I mean, who would have thought UMBC? But that's why we play the tournament.
And Kansas defeats Seton Hall 83-79. Another close game.
Well,
So, I'm telling you, it's that time of the year.
Well, a lot of these teams, these teams don't face each other. So, it's kind of one film tape here, 2 film tapes here, and that's kind of what they go with. And that's kind of how it flows with this tournament. So,
right.
A lot of close games.
It's like soccer started up.
Soccer season is here.
Yes, sir.
Soccer season is here. Louisville City Soccer, folks. Played Nashville yesterday. They did win 2-0. Luke Spencer with a goal and Niall McCabe with another goal. McCabe actually had an assist to Spencer on that first goal. But, the soccer season's here. They're playing down at Slugger Field.
Those guys are fun to watch.
They are very fun to watch.
People don't realize how tough that sport is. Where they just run up and down the field, kicking a ball. It's way more to it than that.
Oh, yeah. And it's, like you said, very, very, exhausting as far as physically.
And you have to be in tip-top shape.
Yeah. Louisville had 12 shots on goal. Obviously, they got 2, which was enough to take the win. They play North Carolina, 3 p.m. on March 24th at Slugger Field.
That should be a good one.
It should be. What's with the is there a situation with the ownership of the Louisville City or head coach?
Is there a situation?
Yeah, I think there was.
What
right?
is that?
Got a new one.
Already?
Well, this season.
I mean, just for this season?
Yeah.
Well, who is it?
You tell me.
I don't know.
You don't know? All right.
I don't know.
Well, they do have a new owner. I mean, not a new owner, but a new ownership, I guess
Okay.
is the way to put it. So hopefully this ownership stays longer and progresses with them, takes them to the next level with another championship. I mean, this team obviously last year was spot on
Right.
with everything. This
And to win that championship.
to win the championship. And bracket A, bracket B, how this works is basically 14 teams in each bracket, as far as the conferences.
Right.
And that's kind of how it plays out. The best, I want to say 6, go to the tournament from each conference, and that's how you get the winner, the title. Louisville City, obviously, off to a great start with a 2-0 win over Nashville. So, like I said, they do play North Carolina March 24th.
Should be a very good game.
Should be. NFL, lots and lots of money getting thrown around.
They're shaking stuff up in the NFL right now.
Yeah. You know what's sad? We're not getting this money. That's what's really sad.
We're not part of the NFL.
We should be.
Should be.
Yeah, shaking things up yesterday with the Colts and the Jets. Trading some picks, I guess is the way to put it. The Colts get the 6th pick of the first round, and then 2 second-round draft picks in this draft, and a 2019 second-round draft pick. The Jets, all they did was move up from 6 to 3. So they want somebody really, really bad to give up 3 extra draft picks, basically.
Well, Bridgewater
Yep.
is now part of the Jets.
Bridgewater part of the Jets.
That's another shakeup. I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming either, honestly. I thought, he would get looked at more by Arizona or Miami with their situations, but he ended up with the Jets. That New York state of mind, as they say.
Yeah, definitely. Bengals?
Bengals. Yep. Making some moves. As far as their roster, making some moves.
They traded for offensive tackle Cordy Glenn.
Yep.
Signed Preston Brown. Linebacker Preston Brown.
Ex-U of L guy, yeah.
Yeah. And McCarron.
Yep. A.J.
Yeah.
McCarron. Vontez Burfict, the linebacker who is going to be suspended the first 4 games for the Bengals. That's why they went after Preston. I think the situation is going to pan out where Preston might be the starter.
Yeah.
Like, they
I
might,
can see that.
because this guy's racked up a ton of tackles in Buffalo.
Yeah.
500-plus tackles
And
in
they
his
need
career
that.
there. Yeah,
They
and
need
you know what? He doesn't bring the baggage like Vontez Burfict does. Like I said, suspension the first 4 games of next season.
That's the last thing they need.
That's the last thing they need. I look at the Bengals with everybody's got a chip on their shoulders. Everybody.
Yeah.
And it's kind of good to have some guys with a chip on their shoulder,
No, not the whole team.
but not the whole damn team. Because it seems like it's what everybody has, a chip on their shoulders, everything to prove.
That chip can cause a little extra baggage, too.
Well, obviously.
Hurt your performance. It can hinder or it can help.
Yeah, it's a two-way
How you
street.
look at it.
I look at the situation that the Bengals could be moving in the right direction with this trade, with Preston and everybody else. AJ, wanted out. He wanted the big money that he thought he was going to get as far as the NFL, a quarterback carousel with all these guys becoming free agents. He didn't get that. If you want my honest opinion, I think he should have stayed. The situation there was kind of perfect for him, come in, play some games here and there, let Andy do his thing. I know he wanted the starting role, but obviously he didn't get enough film tape to get that starting role that everybody thought that,
You gotta earn that.
you got to earn it, but, you got to show it too.
Right.
But didn't happen for him. NBA. Lots and lots of stuff going on in the
What
NBA.
is going on?
Well, the Warriors. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's hurt for the Warriors.
Is that good or bad?
Well, it depends if you're a fan of the Warriors or not.
Could be good for some of the other teams, right?
Could be great for some of the other teams right now. Yeah, man. Steph Curry, right ankle sprain. He's day-to-day. Klay Thompson with a fractured thumb, out 2 more weeks. Kevin Durant, out 2 to 3 weeks with 2 broken ribs.
What?
Yeah. 2 broken ribs.
God.
Him and the big cat banging down low. So, yeah, Karl Anthony Towns.
Mr. Towns.
Yeah.
Put the hurting on KD.
Yeah, down low. Yeah, he put the hurting on him.
Wow. I knew Curry was, had sprained his ankle.
Yeah.
I knew that was going on. He would have been traveling with the team here and there. But
yeah, KD, 2-3 weeks, 2 broken ribs.
And
Wow.
Mr. LeBron James still making history with his triple-doubles.
That's what he does. He's a triple-double machine, like Westbrook.
Next season, where is he going to be triple-doubling?
Everybody, is linked him to, 4 places? Philly, L.A., Houston, Miami. Here's a team that kind of throws a wrench in the situation. How about OKC?
I don't see him going there.
Don't see him going there.
But
well, here's the thing. If Paul George goes to L.A., which is where he's wanted to go for the last year and a half, that frees up $22 million.
okay.
Robertson, the guard, who plays with Russell Westbrook as far as the starting role, he tore his ACL. If they release him or trade him, that frees up another $10 million.
So guess what? That money's going to LeBron.
So that's $33 million freed up right off the bat that they can give LeBron.
So
Not only that, but LeBron's best friend also has got another year there.
Yeah.
And that's Carmelo Anthony.
They've been talking to Melo, LeBron on the same team for a while.
Well, for the last 8 years. So OKC can make some moves. I mean, who would have thought OKC made these moves before this season?
Right.
With Paul George, and then right after that,
They needed to make those moves. Those were necessary.
yeah, with Melo. So you're starting 4 there as far as the main guys could
Brody,
be,
LeBron, Melo.
and Adams.
Yeah.
But double machine.
Wow.
So
That'd be crazy.
could play with the guy who does triple doubles. Probably top 3 best point guards in the league
Sure.
in Westbrook, and you got your guy there, Melo, who just can shoot from anywhere on the floor.
And he does. What about the South Beach LeBron?
South Beach LeBron. Well,
That could happen.
that could very well happen. They got a young squad down there. His other best friend, Dwayne Wade, is there.
Bam's there.
Bam's there. Him and Pat Riley got along great. They won 2 titles, 4 NBA Finals. Still got a home, I believe, down there. So, yeah, I can see it happening down in Miami. I definitely can't see it in Philly.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't know why they're even mentioning this. I don't know why Philly's even really stressing about
It
this.
doesn't even ring a clear bell at all, just to see him in that jersey.
Well, it doesn't.
That city.
But that situation there, everybody's always getting injured.
Yeah.
Embiid, 2
Keep
years.
him away from the injury
Faults.
prone.
Yeah, you got to keep
Injury
him away. Got to keep him away.
prone players, shall I say.
Also, with the NFL, forgot to mention, and the NBA both, actually, Tom Benson, the owner of the New Orleans Saints and owner of the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yes, he passed away.
Tom Benson passed away at 90 years old. Probably one of the known owners that everybody wanted to play for. Didn't
Good
matter.
guy, too. Anthony Davis was talking about how,
Yeah.
they hit him hard because he welcomed him in when he came into the NBA, into that city, and, he was kind of somewhat of a role model to Davis and
Right.
the cousins both. So,
And he did so much for the city of New Orleans, too, with the whole
Yeah, he
Katrina
did.
situation and, helping restructure and rebuild. He loved that city. He loved his sports. He did get a Super Bowl win, under Drew Brees. But, yeah, sad day. Tom Benson, 90 years old, passed away.
it is. But on a happier note, the fist pump is back.
Uh-oh.
The
Is
fist
it?
pump is back in the Arnold Invitational yesterday. I could see some of it. Tiger, he shot 3 under, 5 strokes back. Had about 3 bogeys that kind of hurt him, but he had a few birdies that kind of kept him in the tournament. So he was trying not to shoot himself out, but to more or less shoot himself, I'm not going to say back in, but just, get back on the board,
Right.
kind of get up there and possibly take the lead today. I mean, 2009 was when he was 5 shots back and he went on to win. So maybe he can rekindle some of that magic and get back up there. But he's gonna have to shoot at least 14 under par to take the lead.
That's awesome. That's it. I guess
the struggle's there, but dude, still he it's still in him. You can see it because after the game yesterday, he hit the driving range back out there, just hitting balls. That's what he was doing. So it's kind of like he's lurking into the final round. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. But I do know the Masters is coming up April 5th, and he's craving that. That's one of his big things. He loves playing the Masters. So it's just good to see him back out there and doing well. He shot under 7 overall so far.
Overall, okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, hopefully he holds up. With his his past injuries and with his knee in his back.
I hope he does
well.
No signs so far. So
right.
He's out there. He's hitting the ball and still Tiger.
Sports, man.
Yeah.
Your idols, they're on top, and then they fall, and then they come back. I'm
glad to see it, considering all the off-field or off-course.
Of course, yes.
Off-course shenanigans.
Lots and lots of shenanigans.
But, you got to shake it off and say, hey, I'm Tiger Woods. I'm the best golf players.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back out here and show the world who I am and what I can do. So, big ups to Tiger, and I wish him the best today. This final round. Louisville Bats.
Yes.
2018 season opener is Friday, April 6th.
Oh.
First pitch is at 7 p.m. Gates open at 5:30. They take on the Toledo Mud Hens. Huh. That's always a good game when they play them. Bats are the new management. Pat Kelly, who was the manager of the Reds AA team, affiliate team, the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. I don't know what Wahoo is, but hey, he was the manager of them and had a pretty good record.
Well, yeah.
Pretty good record. They were like the South Region champions or Second Region champions or something.
Okay.
So he did a heck of a job with them. The first 3,000 fans will receive a 2018 magnetic schedule, so you keep up the Bats, who they're playing home and away, courtesy of Norton Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Also, with the Welcome Back Weekend ticket promo they're doing, the field reserve seats, $5. So if you guys want to reserve seats at the field, $5. And they're going to have $2 Bud and Bud Light from 5:30 to 8:30. I'm pretty excited about that. $2 beers, why not go there?
Why not?
Also, live music by the Blues Brother band that they got out there. And they're going to be performing on the patio as well.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
If you guys like to hang out the patio, drink a few beers, listen to some live music, hey, what better place to do it?
Especially if you got great weather.
Yeah. So hopefully the weather's good, yeah. So, don't forget your fireworks at the end of the game.
Hey,
I know some people cut out early, but it's always good to watch those fireworks.
Yeah.
I can hear them from where I'm at home.
Wow.
Like, I can't see them, but I can hear them.
Right.
So when I hear that on, Friday night, Saturday nights, Bats game. So
I should have went to that game.
Exactly. You are right.
I ran into somebody this past week.
Ran into somebody?
Yeah.
Well, a car accident? Or?
No, not a car accident. Oh. Thank God. Coach Denny Crum.
Wow.
Yeah. He's at Roosters doing his soup for scholarship program.
That's the potato soup, right?
Or the potato soup, yeah.
Wow.
It's good stuff. The guy can cook.
He cooked it?
Yeah. I asked him personally. I was like, hey, this is good stuff. Did you actually do this on your own? He said, yeah, did it by myself.
Where's my bowl?
Well.
Or cup?
Well, I finished it for you.
You finished it for me. Shame on me.
Well, I didn't want it to get too cold. It's not good when it's cold.
Before I heat it back up.
Yeah. It's not good.
I'll eat it cold. I like cold potato soup.
No, but when I was standing there actually and I was talking to him, I was thinking to myself, with all the stuff with U of L over the past 2 years, this guy in front of me was everything that was right with basketball.
Yeah. I loved watching Louisville when Coach was a Crum, and then you had your rival with Kentucky, Joe B. Hall.
Right.
That's classic.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, man, this guy's everything right with college basketball. And what a stand-up guy. What a stand-up guy. He was signing balls, handing out soups. I mean, he was doing everything.
And he signed your ball over there.
He did sign a ball for me, yeah.
That's
so
good.
I was very appreciative of that. Things going on around town real quick. Just two things here for you. Victor Victoria musical play with Pandora Productions. Runs March 15th to the 25th at the Henry Clay Building. Looking for Lilith, the patron saint of losing sleep, at the Mex. Runs March 15th through the 24th.
Outstanding.
Also, please follow us, except on our actual YouTube page here, at other things. Instagram at _KY_game plan. Facebook at the KY.game plan. And at Twitter at the KY game plan, all small text.
Outstanding.
So
I'll definitely follow.
But
And I hope everyone that's out there listening follows as well, like Mr. Smith said. And I believe that wraps us up today for the Kentucky game plan. Make sure you tune in next Sunday as well.
Yep.
So we'll have some more March Madness news. And please stay tuned because we do have some more giveaways and some more exciting guests coming up. Don't want to give those out yet, but keep listening. And thank you for listening to the Kentucky Game Plan. I am Mac Black.
I'm Adrian Smith.